Hi, my name is Jessica and thank you for joining me today. Today I thought we'd do a card with the lovely You stamp set. I'm also going to use our new in colour, Just Jade. So first we need to make our card. And I was going to use this bit of paper, but I've just stuck my hand in black ink somewhere. So that's not going to happen. Let's clean that ink off and get ourselves a fresh bit of paper. Must be ink on something somewhere. Oh well. Hopefully we don't find it again. So for our card base, we just cut it at 14.9 centimeters. I haven't got you in the screen. Then we score at 10.5. Fold our card, line it up, and grab your bone folder and give it a nice little score. Our card base is done. So I thought we'd make a bit of our own background. Got a bug in here. Background today. So I'm just going to get a scrap piece of cardstock that was laying around, and I'm going to use some of these flowers and leaves that are in this stamp set. But I haven't used them yet, so I'm going to show you how I attach the stickers to the back. So all I've done is peeled off and put the sticker onto my stamp block. Then I peel the backing off the stamp. Make sure I have them both up the same way. Line it up to the best of my ability over the top, and your stamps are together. So we've got a couple, so I'm going to use this one today. This one here. I thought the little flower looked cute, so I've got to set that one up too. So I haven't actually made this card yet. It's just something that I have in my mind to do. So I thought I would play along and make it with you as we go. Now this one I've got to make sure we've got the right way round with this. And that looks pretty good there. Some people are a little bit frightened to do this, but I've tried different ways. I've tried lining the sticker up myself, lining the stamp up that way. I just find this way the easiest to do. And you can turn it to get it right and just lay it over. It's not perfect, but if you're on this page for perfection, you're not in the right spot. I definitely am not a perfectionist. I thought our sentiment today we could be just because we can. Right, all our stamps are done. So the colours, I hadn't decided what colours to use today. Let's use our Just Jade because I want to use our Just Jade paper. So I'll use that for the leaves. What other colour leaves should we do? Should we do a purple? We've got leaves and flowers. What other colours? We're going to go bold. What about a yellow in there? No idea how it's going to look, but we'll go with what we can. I've got 4, so I probably need one other colour. Just trying to decide what colours to put in. Yeah, let's go here. So we've got Gorgeous Grape, Poppy Parade, Daffodil Delight, and Just Jade. All I'm going to do is create a bit of a background on this paper. So let's start with our Poppy Parade. I've got a cobweb, won't leave me alone. Tap on your stamp, and I'm just going to stamp away wherever I want to. I've made sure that I've put a bit of scrap paper behind me, just so that I have something to stamp onto. I normally always say close your stamp pads as soon as you use them, but we'll be coming back to them quickly. I just don't want to do all red and then find out that I haven't left myself enough space for some of the other flowers. I do love my purples. Let's do one on the side here. So I'm doing each, it's not going to stand up for me. I'm doing each stamp in a different color. Yellow. This is going to be a real fill-in stamp, this one. So maybe I'll do our Just Jade first. Do some pretty leaves. I'm going to adjust here. And then we'll use the yellow to fill in where we're missing, I think. Okay, sorry about that. My phone stopped, so you didn't see the end of it. So what I ended up doing was just filling in all the gaps with the yellow to finish off the sheet of cardstock that we had. And we've got our card base here. So I know that I want to put this along the edge of my card base. I want to make it 5 mil shorter than what our Just Jade is. So I've cut that at 13.9. Now I just need to decide how wide I want it on my card. I think I want it fairly wide on my card front, because then I just want to put the sentiment across. So I reckon I'm going to cut about there. Not sure what. Yeah, let's do 3 inches wide and just trim it off. Now this little piece we can use inside the card. So, get rid of my stamping paper. Actually, I've done all my stamping, so I'll get rid of all my stamping paper. Alright, so we're going to lay this up with this piece on the front. And then I just want a sentiment. So, I've got my sentiment here just because. And I reckon I'm just going to do it as a little strip. Let's do it in the Just Jade to keep the colours. Yep, let's do Just Jade. What's great about the rubber stamps is you don't have to have a foam block behind you because you've got the foam on the rubber. Now, let's see how wide we need to make this. I want to use our new fancy punch. So we've got a couple of different options with the widths. I think I'm going to use this one. So we can either be 1/2, 3/4 or 1 inch. I don't want the inch, but I think we'll need to cut this down to 3/4. So let's do that. Might actually trim off a little bit of the bottom as well. Probably should have stamped a bit closer. So 3/4. That's going to be too wide. Oh no, that's all right. 3/4. And then I'm going to get a little bit of my Just Jade and cut that into 1 inch wide. So then I can layer that behind there. Alright. Grab our punch. Now this one I want to pop in here. Snip it off, and that's almost perfect. Then with our inch wide, I like to slide it in so that I can see the back, and then I just feel with my fingers to make sure, look at it here to make sure it's lined up, and feel to make sure it's in the right spot. Perfect. So I think we'll go this way. I probably should have trimmed the other side. I needed to trim the other end. Oh well, we'll make this work. Let's stick this one down. I should have gone straight on this side and trimmed that end, but that's okay. I'll work with what I've got. So this one we've used a few one stamp set. We've used a few stamp colours of our ink pads and just some coloured paper and a punch. So you don't need a lot of, go the right way. I'm going to stick this all down and see what it's going to be like. I wasn't going to have it this long, but let's see. I love these punches because you can label them. You can layer them. And yeah, on my punch I've put how wide I needed inches and centimeters so I don't have to keep measuring. Let's trim that off. Oh yeah, that works. That works. Or should we just do... Need someone on the other end to go. Let's do that actually. I'm going to trim it further. Can't make up my mind today. Alright, let's stick this on here. Excuse me. So our Tombow glue, excuse me, I like because it gives us a little bit of wiggle room, especially when you're trying to line up and make it fairly even. This one we're going to put on some dimensionals. Easy to do, just because. You could stick that straight on, you can raise it up. Yeah, I like that it's raised up a little bit. What you can do is just leave it like that. I'm going to put that strip that we cut off earlier off the side of the card on the inside of the card. It just sort of ties it in and then I get to use it all up. If I put this strip in my stash, I will forget about it. So you can put it inside the card just to tie the front to the back. If you wanted to go a little bit more on that, you could get something like our Flowers for Every Season's gems. And we can pop a couple of them down. I'm just going to pop a couple. I'm just using our fine tip glue because it allows you to put just small dots. Always seal it because it dries out very quickly and you'll never get it out. Now let's see if this will play nice for me today. Not playing nice for me today. Let's get a pair of tweezers and see if I can do it with them. No. I found one of these little clear dots on the floor the other day. I must have knocked them. A couple of clear dots, little sparkle, a little bit of bling, and there is our card for today. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I love showing that you can just create a really simple, beautiful card. It's handmade. without using a lot of products. Yeah, so today we just used the punch. Let me just close that. So you've got your punch, your stamp set. We used 4 different ink colors, and then the just Jade cardstock, and I've still got a little bit of background, and that's just because I used a scrap bit of paper. So if you liked watching, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe below. I'll pop all the details to the products that we used today in the description. Thank you very much for watching.